Today, we're out on the river. There actually are muskies in this spot. I'm literally going to take like 2 casts and just talk how to fish it. My lure today is a Musky Innovations Bulldawg. There comes in like a tiny dog. This is a regular sized Bulldawg, which is 4 ounces. There's a Magnum Bulldawg, which is 8 ounces. And there's a pounder and 2-pounder of these, which are much bigger. And they make shallow dogs and like uptown dogs and regular bulldogs, which sink at different depths. This is a regular Bulldawg. So this bait is super simple to fish, and you can fish in so many ways, and they're very popular. One of the more popular used musky baits. So I'm going to show you how to fish it. I usually just fish this on monolater. I like an 8'6" stiff rod with these. You want a rod that's pretty stiff, especially if you're throwing the Magnum or pounder one. So let me put this on, and we're going to show her use it. So to fish this, I usually just fish this on a mono or fluoro leader. It's fine to have a little give. And this doesn't get cocked super easy. And it doesn't require a jerk. And you can fish these in many ways. We're better get this quick. So what I usually do is one cast, I'll go out and just cast it out and just reel it in at one pace. And I'll just change up the pace and reel slowly. So, to finish up Muscular Monday. So, one cast I just cast this out. So one time I'll just cast this out and slowly reel it in. And then you always figure 8 with this. I shouldn't cast this very much because there are muskies here. And then the next cast, I'll just do like a glide pause like this. And then you make sure you figure 8. I'm not trying to catch muskies. Then another cast, you can just let it sink down. This bait works good for a variety of depths. You can pull it in real fast over weeds. Or you can let it sink down to the bottom and just slowly jig it in. Or you can do a twitch pause and fish in a variety of ways. So this is a very versatile bait. The issue in this spot is there's a lot of rocks by shore and you get a lot of snakes. So I think I've caught like 3 or 4 muskies and lots of pike on this bait. I caught my personal best pike, which was 42 on a walleye colored Bulldawg, like what I had in the video. And I've caught a muskie on one this color when I was just reeling it over the top of weeds. I've caught a 46-inch muskie on a blue and white one when I was gliding it off some points on an island off a weed edge. And I caught like a 34 sort of by where I was walleye fishing on this color of Bulldawg. And I was just ripping it in over the rocks, fishing it really fast then. So the muskies will hit them with a variety of rates depending upon how active they are. And the versatile part about these is you can fish them and like slowly jig them into very aggressively and erratically ripping them in and getting them to have a lot more aggressive action. Or you can just slow and steadily reel them in. That works too. It just depends upon the day and what the mood the fish wants. Or you can troll with these behind your boat, which I also remember I caught a muskie on a heli dog, which is a Bulldawg with a blade on the back. That might be a different video on this river too. And then I was ripping it in while I was trolling with it and just like trolling like 3 miles per hour speed off ground and just jerking it back and forth with my rod. And that's an effective way to cover water too with these. So This is a very versatile bait. The disadvantages to it is what has happened to this Bulldawg, which has broke into pieces from getting inhaled by I think a 36-inch pike, and it literally came into the net and the lure fell to pieces. This is one of the older ones that's softer plastics too. You can attempt to weld these together by using thread like I've used, or you can use a torch or lighter and like melt the plastic back together, but I've had pretty poor success with them staying together once they've been broken. But maybe I'm just not doing it right, because I know people do fix them by torching them back together, and I've seen that on musky fishing videos where they torch these back together to get them to work. In good colors, if you have stained water, I would use like a fire tiger or orange tiger one, or like this black and orange one I have here, or this perch color, which is chartreuse and black. Or if the water is green, I would also use like a fire tiger or this orange and black colored one. And it also depends on what the forage is, that what do you want to use for bait too. And if you have clearer water, I would use like the walleye colored one, or like a Cisco colored one, or maybe just a pearl, or like a blue and white one. Something that imitates the bait fish in the water, or sucker color is good. You just want to have colors that imitate what color the bait fish should be, or the belly of the bait fish, which is white. And if it's like a semi-clear lake with a dark bottom, this black would be good. It just really depends upon the lake what colors they want, though. And if it's a cloudy day, like these brighter colored ones seem to work better too, like this orange and black, chartreuse and black seems to work well. So I would just choose, if you have clear water, I would choose something that looks sort of like the bait fish in the system, or if you have dirty water, I would choose something that does not, that just is bright and gives off more flash so they can see it. Because muskies are sight feeders. And a lot of times muskies feed up too, so you can be fishing over deeper water and they'll usually chase the bait up. But if they're chasing the bait up, you need to make sure to figure eight, because they will frequently hit the bait right by the boat if they're chasing it up. Like they'll usually either hit the Bulldawg when it first falls down, or right by your boat, depending upon if they like see it falling down or sinking down, or whether they are chasing after it. It depends upon where they'll hit the bait, but generally they usually hit them within the first 10 or 20 feet of your caster right by the boat. So make sure to figure eight, because fish will sometimes come from really far a ways away to chase these, because they're a big profile bait and they move a lot of water. And this is the regular size. This is the magnum size. See, the magnum size is like twice as big. This is 8 ounces. This is 4 ounces. And if you have any other questions to ask me about Bulldogs that I might know or fishing these baits, I will feel free to ask me the questions. I will give this bait a 4 out of 5 because it has worked well. And the only problem I have with them is them falling apart from use and fish attacking them. But otherwise, they're a great bait and they work well. And I think they cost about $20 a piece. To make them, I think, cost like $30. So they're not a cheap bait. So, but they definitely work. So that's it for this episode of Musky Hans Outdoors. I appreciate you watching. I like talking about musky fishing. Sorry I'm not having more predator footage. I try to just fish for whatever's hot at the time. Hopefully I'll do a little musky fishing, provided my body can handle it, once musky season opens up on May 5th. Thanks for watching, and that's it for tonight.